Welcome, welcome, welcome on tonight. Tap in, tap in. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Like and share. Let your friend, family member, co-workers, lottie dottie and everybody, as I say, let them know that we are getting unmasked today. And we're going to start going at a place higher. We're going to walk healed. We're going to walk whole mind, body, and spirit. And this is the channel wherein we unmask all of those things and we release the past so we can embrace the future with purpose. So welcome on tonight. I am so thankful that you tuned in. And I want to bring up this scripture. 2 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, 7 through I'm probably just going to read through the 10th. It says, the extraordinary level of revelations I have received is no reason to exalt me. For this reason, why a thorn in my flesh was given to me to harass me, keeping me from becoming arrogant. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to relieve me of this. But he answered and said, my grace is more than for you, and my power finds its full expression in your weakness. And I'm going to stop there. When you all think about sometimes whenever we go and deal with situations, trials that have come, I've been looking at social media, and as I have been scrolling, it has been tragedies that I have been seeing. And many times whenever we are in situations and life hits you like this in your chest, and it literally knocks the wind out of you, it knocks you out to the point wherein you thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to make it through? God, why did this have to happen to me? What is wrong with me that I keep dealing with this situation time and time again? What is it with me that I feel like I go 2 steps forward and I go 12 steps back? Why is it that I feel like when it talks about that he wants to be able to have this thorn in my flesh, that when I feel like I'm moving forward, that is something that's pulling me back? When you think about a thorn, I don't know if you have ever gotten something, where it's been stuck and it's at a place wherein it won't come out. You think about sometimes whenever you touching something, you get a piece of wood and it's just stuck into your skin. And sometimes you can't even really find it, but you know that it's there, and it's like a little piece of wood and it's there and you can feel it. You tell that something is not right, but it's hard to be able to find it. Sometimes we are dealing with so many emotions that things have been hitting us so much, and that thorn is there, and we're trying to get at a place to pull that thing out. We're trying to get at that place of healing. We're trying to get at that place of purpose, but it's difficult to navigate and pull out that process because it seems as though it's been there. It seems that it's overwhelming, and it seems like it has just been too much. Hit after hit after hit, trial after trial after trial, situation after situation after situation, mess after mess after mess, heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak, situation still coming up. I feel like I'm going forward, but now I'm going back. I feel like no one really loves me. I feel like I'm alone, and this thing is there, and it seems like it does not want to go away. Have you had those moments where you wanted to throw in the towel? Wherein you're at a place, and I'm just going to pick this up here. This little mask I have, y'all. I just improvise here. You have this little mask, and you just want to be like, listen, it's a wrap. This right here is too much. This right here, Lord, I have prayed. I've tried so many things. I've tried to be positive. I've tried to do affirmations. I have tried to do so much. And yet, that quote says, I saw a quote one time that says, I was ready to throw in the towel, but God says to pick it back up and wipe it off because I still got work for you. Well, listen, sometimes we don't feel like all of that. By the time I wipe all this off, I feel like sometimes I have sweated so much that I don't even know what to do, how to even move forward. When I pick this towel back up, what else is going to come with it? What else is going to come with this towel? Now, I know that we're going to deal with situations. God, I know that you said that you love me. I know that we deal with situations day to day. I want to just throw it in and say, okay, it's fine. No more. No more. I say to you that we all have experienced moments. And if you have not, good for you. I want to talk to the people tonight that's real for real, that know that, yes, I have felt real emotions. Yes, I have had moments wherein I felt like life was good, but there have been moments where life has literally knocked me down, put me on my back, and I am trying to figure my way out, and I'm trying to figure out how to move forward. Life is real. And sometimes whenever people come to me and they want to get work and they want to do this work, they want to go to counseling, they want to get these, and they just feel like, I just want this feeling to just go away. Sometimes you have to work in that refining process. Whenever those trials come, it has to be a go through. Whenever you think about times whenever storms may come up, right? And you're going through storms and this cloud just comes out of nowhere. And then this rain begins to come down. And then as you begin to drive through town, you see that the land is dry. And you see this big rainbow. And you're thinking, wow, like I just came from a major thunderstorm and now it's a rainbow. Sometimes we get at a place where we have been in a situation for so long, like it says in the scripture, that thorn has been come in and it's there, and I have gotten accustomed to the thorn. It hurt me, but I'm still there. Yes, that person does not appreciate me, but I have not set the appropriate boundaries. That thorn is there, but I accept it. Yes, that boss has gotten on my nerves, but I don't feel like I can really express my feelings. I'm dealing with so much stress from the job, and I'm afraid that if I say something, I'm going to deal with some retaliation. So that thorn is there. So I'm going to continually stay there. This marriage, I know that we are a couple, but this is dry. We have no romance in our relationship, but we still trying to stay together for the kids. Even though it's unhealthy, even though the children still are able to know that you all don't really have that true love for one another. It may not be expressed through words, but they know by your actions. But the thorn is still there, but we're going to stay together because this is what we have become accustomed to. This is the way of life. This is what I know. Relationships, this is all I know. Arguments is all I know. Dysfunction is all I know. So whenever I'm at a place that function comes into my life, that healthy comes into my life, I'm so used to this thorn that I don't even know what to do. We stay in that place of the thunderstorm. Our umbrellas are out. Whenever we get out of that car, we're together. We got it. We've gotten used to it. We've gotten used to that place. We don't really see the other side because we have so much going on in our minds that we're not able to really accept that this thing that I am really dealing with, that I really am able to overcome and it not overcome me. I want to remind you that you are more than an overcomer. You are able to withstand. Just remember and reflect back on that time when you thought that you weren't going to make it in the past. Just reflect on that time whenever you thought that you were not going to be able to pay your bills, but somehow things got worked out and you're still able to stay in that nice, beautiful home. Think back on that time whenever your boss mistreated you and it pushed you to that next place to get that job. Think about whenever you were in that situation and you felt like that you were at your wit's end and you felt like you were at a place that you were overwhelmed, but somehow it worked out. We sometimes get amnesia whenever we are dealing with situations. We forget of what is already inside of us is strength. All that's already inside of us is purpose. All that's already inside of us is the ability to overcome and fight. That we're able to overcome the battle. We're able to overcome the depression. We're able to overcome the anxiety. We're able to overcome the family issues. These situations have come. And it said the extraordinary level for this reason to exalt me, for this reason why a thorn was in my flesh. Don't you know that you, because of who you are and why you exist, is the reason why you have so many things that come against you sometimes? Do you not know the reason why just you existing that you're going to have attacks? This is why when people come to me and they want that quick fix, I can't work with you. If you just want me to give you just a solution and you want me just to tell you the prescription on what to do and you think you're going to apply it, it's not going to work that way because it's a journey. If you have dealt with anxiety in the past, you're going to have to continually do the work to overcome anxiety. If you have dealt with depression in the past, you're going to have to continually do the work to overcome this depression. So not only do you need to do the things to be able to get out, to be able to get to that place of peace, but you got to maintain your peace. And not to say you're not going to have trials and tribulations, situations to come your way, but knowing that whenever you start dealing with those things and you stay committed in the process and do the work that you need to do, you will be able to overcome. It will hit you, but it won't knock you fully out. It might knock you off your balance. It might make you do this right here, but it won't knock you out. You may be at a place where you feel like they got me at a chokehold, but you're still going to be able to win. You are able to overcome. I say to you tonight, as we begin to start a new season soon, springtime is about to become upon us within this few weeks within our area. And that is a time when things start getting beautiful. Flowers begin to bloom. All those things begin to come out because spring is here. You start hearing the birds chirping, even more. And so as you begin to start working through your season, that you may feel that it is at a place of loneliness, that you feel at a place that you're not going to be able to make it through, I encourage you to work your season. So how to stay committed? It's the number one. I have to know, I have to trust the process. We always want the pain to go away. That's why they have pain relievers. That's why they have so many things to take the pain away. Taking that pain away through shoes is not going to work. Taking that pain away through sex is not going to work. Taking that pain away through alcohol is not going to work. Taking that pain away by getting more money is not going to work. I have to do the inner work within me. And I have to work through this process. I have to stay committed and not say I'm going to give up, not saying I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. I have to do that to stay committed. And then I have to create celebration moments that whenever I'm going through this journey and I am dealing with trials, I am dealing with a situation that I have felt like I am ready to give up, I have to have those celebration moments. I don't care if you did something and it was 10 minutes, 5 minutes, that small thing that you think that you're doing, that is sowing a seed for you to have better. That is sowing a seed for you to be able to go to a promise. That seed that you're putting in the ground and you may not see now. Like farmers, when they plant those seeds, you don't see what's going on now. But you are able to reap the benefits down the road. Situations come sometimes to humble us, to keep us at a place of humbleness, to keep us at a place of staying at a place of our relationship with God, because sometimes we may not pray unless we at a place wherein we're dealing with some situations. Sometimes until we really get depressed, we don't really do the work to get out of depression. So why is it that we don't do the necessary work to maintain and to celebrate those small moments? I don't care. And people will tell me, I don't have time. It's about creating time. You can literally take 2 minutes out of your day and build up to take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, even in the worst situations in life. Taking that time away, listening to a favorite song, on your way to work, listening to motivational messages, being intentional about what you speak over yourself and setting your tone for your day. There are so many things that when you're dealing with situations, even in caregiving, that I'm going to take time away for myself. I'm going to do some necessary things, whether it's the moment while they're asleep, and I'm going to do something to enjoy me, but I'm not going to lose myself in this process, and I'm going to stay committed to the goal that I have set. Do you love yourself enough to stay committed? Do you love your purpose enough to stay committed? You are more than a conqueror. I'm going to find that scripture because I want to read that, because sometimes we forget that we are able to overcome. We forget that we are able to work through. We forget that we say that when we have tribulations, I don't know, got all stood up. That when we have trials, y'all done got me over here stuttering, talking about toot. I done got so worked up, I'm up here stuttering because I'm so passionate. This is how y'all know, unedited, unfiltered, unmasked. It is what it is. It is what it is. So try all that stuff. Yeah, all of that. It has you stuttering. But we are reminded that we are more than a conquerors. We're more than conquerors. So Romans 8:31, it says, so what does this all mean? If God has determined to stand with us, tell me who could ever be against us? For God has proved his love by giving us his greatest treasure with the gift of his son. And since God offered freely up him as a sacrifice, he won't withhold anything with us that he will give. God will not withhold that. So whenever we are dealing with situations, Who can be against you? Who can? Who can be against you during that situation? No one. Even whenever you're dealing with at a place that you feel like it's unbearable, you still are able to overcome because you have Holy Spirit that is with you. It's something greater. You feel like it's there. You feeling like you're stuck, but knowing that you are able to overcome. Because we are reminded in 8:37, Romans 8:37 said, yet in the midst of it all, these things, we triumph over them all, for God has made us to be more than conquerors. And I'm going to stop there. More than conquerors. More than means that you are a conqueror, but you're more than that. You are conqueror, but you're more than that. That means that whatever it is, that if I stay committed, if I trust the process, if I begin to start celebrating these small moments of the moments that life has shown me that I'm able to overcome, those moments when I was able to smile, those moments wherein I know that I had a moment wherein I messed up, but now I've gotten back on track, I'm going to celebrate that. I didn't respond to a text message real nasty, so I'm going to celebrate that. I didn't curse my boss out today. I smiled, but he could have caught it. I'm going to celebrate that. I did not allow my body to be used inappropriately. Today, I'm going to celebrate that. And you build upon that. This is how you stay committed. And thirdly, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace in the process. Knowing that you are human. Knowing that you're still trying to figure out this thing called life day to day. And even though we may have the greatest things planned out, we still will have unexpected surprises that are good and bad that will come to us. But I have to be reminded that I have a greater behind me and I'm able to overcome. So I'm going to trust the process. I am going to be at a place where I'm going to celebrate these small moments. And I'm going to be at a place where I am going to do that work and celebrate that work and do those things along this journey. Along this journey, you are able to overcome. It's not always easy. That's why I have to give myself grace. Because sometimes whenever I fall down and I take maybe that sip of that alcohol, that drink or whatever, and I said that I was going to be sober and I take a step back and I begin to feel like I'm a failure, then I still go back to what I wanted to do before. I had that desire and I end up going back. We've got to move forward. Israel Houghton has a song that says he makes things new, all things new, and I'm moving forward. He makes it new and I'm going forward. Do not continually drive your life looking in the rearview mirror. Continually looking at that past. I know sometimes it does not feel good. But give yourself that grace. Celebrate those small moments. Trusting that process. Do not go back to what's familiar. Do not go back to what made you comfortable. Do not go back to that poison that you know wasn't good for you. Don't go back to the arms of that person that you know was not any good for you. Don't go back to that friend that you know is not going to do anything but talk about you and betray you. Do not go back to those things that were familiar because you want something to make you feel comfortable. Trust the process. because you're going to overcome. We are reminded in Romans 8:37 that we are more than conquerors. I want to tell you that you are more than a conqueror. You are able to overcome. Walk it out. Walk into your purpose. Walk into your destiny. So much greater. The treasure that's inside of you. It's kind of like a mining. You know, you're tapping. You're tapping at certain things, situations, and sometimes people don't really realize the gifts that they have. So many people have gone on with extraordinary gifts and purpose that God had for them, but they never took hold of it. Don't allow the circumstances that happen to you to hold you back. Don't allow that frustration to keep you at a place of disappointment. Choose to move forward. Choose to go forward. Choose to say, I choose me. I choose purpose. I love myself enough that I'm going to get all that I deserve. So walk into your purpose. I hope that you all were inspired on tonight. Continually to walk into your purpose, walk into your destiny, connect with me. As I talked about pajama party that's coming up June the 8th. Hope that you ladies, sorry fellas, it's just for us. I am so excited to share with you all, to be with many of you all in person, to hug on you, and for us to exhale, release, eat good, laugh, whatever we're going to do, cry together, whatever we're going to do. But it's all going to be in sisterhood and love. So click the link, get your tickets. Can't wait to continue to connect. If you're not on my email list, connect with that as I send out weekly encouragement and updates as well. And as always, I end on tonight. Today is the day that you can begin to start anew. Make today that change. Make the New Year resolution that change. Y'all know I don't like New Year's resolution. I think I expressed it just about every line. But make a resolution today. Make a day resolution, a life resolution to live your life greater. You all be blessed. Have a great night. And as always, walk in purpose. Good night.